Where's your hat, Em? Illuminatis. If you want, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my November TBR. So basically books that I'm hoping to get to in November. November is going to be very busy, very hectic, but I do have a considerable list because the end of the year is approaching. I have books that I need to try and get to so I can finish my challenges and I can do my end of the year series. So if this freeloader could start helping, I would probably be able to read all of these, but you know, let's attempt it. Let me give you that long list. Let's start with all the books that I don't have a physical copy of because I either, I'm waiting for them because they're very new, or from my library. Really, the new one would also be from my library most likely. So let's get to it. The first one is The Toll by Neil Schusterman. This is a YA sci-fi series, kind of a utopian world. You're following a kid who is chosen to become a site, which in that world, death is not a thing anymore. So in order to keep the population under control, they have sites who have to choose and have a certain amount of people that they have to kill every year. And things might not be as good as they seem. A lot of political intrigue in this one. I have to say that I enjoyed this series so much more than I thought I would. However, book 2 ends on the biggest freaking cliffhanger ever, which, not good. So I have been very excited for the last book to come out. It's going out, I believe, November 5th. So as soon as I can, I shall try to get to this one because I want to know how the trilogy ends and if it was all worth the wait or not. Probably was, but you know what I mean. Then I have The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. That is really hard name to say right now. I think we all know The Night Circus by the same author. She finally is coming out with a second book, which everyone has been waiting for last, I don't even know how many years, for her to write something else, and it is another new fantasy book, and I know nothing about it, except that, you know, I'm excited to get to it because although I might have not loved The Night Circus, I did really enjoy the writing, and I'm curious to see what else she's gonna write. So I think we're all gonna be trying to get to this book as soon as possible. Then there is Night House by Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoyed the Grisha universe in general. The first trilogy I did like, especially the first book, which seems to be the unpopular opinion because I feel like everyone enjoyed Six of Crows so much better, which I liked it. I think my main issue was the fact that I liked the characters but didn't really care for the story. And I feel like there wasn't enough of the magical system that I really loved from the first trilogy. And yeah, I felt like it was a little bit like young characters that act like adults and they should have just been adults. So I'm very excited to see her actually write an adult book. Not really the same thing. I'm not even sure if it's going to be a fantasy book. It came out last month and I haven't seen that many reviews so far. But you're following a character who gets to go to a special, very fancy university and he has to figure out secret society and let's be real, just a school setting, I'm sold. So I can't wait. But the fact that people put it in fantasy sometimes category, I'm hoping maybe there's something fantasy in there. But even if it's a contemporary, I will read it and hopefully I will enjoy it. The next one is coming out on the 26th, so I might not get to it this month, but I will try my hardest. Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. He is one of my favorite authors and I really enjoyed Skyward, which is the first book in this quartet. This series basically is a YA sci-fi one, which is kind of a first for him, I think so. And he did an amazing job with the first one. I'm going to try to kind of summarize what it is, but it's very complex. Obviously, it happens on a different planet in space. The remnant of humanity are constantly being attacked by aliens, and you're following a character who wants to become a pilot, which are basically the heroes of that group because they are the ones fighting back. However, her dad was a coward, which is literally the worst thing you can be in that society because he was a pilot and during one of the battles, he tried to just flee and he was killed in shame. So she has to try to, you know, fight that back. She wants to become a pilot and she wants to figure out what the hell is going on. And yes, absolutely adore it. It was super funny. It read really quickly. I enjoyed really the characters and I liked how in one book you can already see the character growing so much. And Doomslug. I can't wait to read more about Doomslug. But yes, even there's a lot of battles in spaceships, so if that's something you're into, you're gonna love this. And the spaceship is actually intelligent, so he's like funny too, and he's learning, and Can you tell? I really enjoy that. I can't wait to read the next one because Brandon Sanderson is really good at ending his books, and that one really ended with a big revelation, so I'm excited to just learn more, and I'm glad that it didn't have to wait more than 1 year. I think we will have to wait longer between a book 2 and 3. With that said, I still highly recommend you check that out because it's so good. I also have a few books that I need to get to try and finish my Goodreads reading challenge that I was doing this year. So in the category Best Romance Book, which is not really my jam, but the goal here is to get out of my comfort zone. So The Kiss Quotient, which I feel like people either absolutely loved it or really, really did not. I'm hoping I will like it okay because I have the audiobook, I believe, on my phone right now. So I need to try and get to it in November so I can be able to vote and let you know if I enjoyed it or not. In the Best Science and Technology category, it was The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, which I have been kind of like scared to read it a little bit because as a child, I loved dinosaurs. One of my favorite movies was the one with Littlefoot the dinosaur. The Land Before Time? I think that's what it is in English, because in French, I think it was just called Petits Dinosaures, right? Or was it also a big name? Doesn't matter. I loved Dinosaurs as a kid, and I've been kind of scared to read it because part of me, I feel like I've had a hit and miss relationship with some science-based nonfiction. I either really, really enjoy them, or I feel like sometimes it's a bit like teachers. You know, some of them, they might have all the knowledge, but they're not really great at sharing it. They don't make it like fun to read. And I'm kind of scared it won't be super fun. I don't know why I'm thinking that way because it won that category, so it really can't be that bad. So yeah, Dinosaurs. I need to read that. Technically the last one in that Goodreads reading challenge that I need to do a whole video on because we've all been waiting for this. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, which I will be doing, hopefully this month, a full vlog on it because I will either love it or hate it. That's what you've all been telling me, and I'm hoping I will enjoy it. Otherwise, I will most likely enjoy ranting about it as much as possible. So again, you can look forward to this. YA fantasy. Technically, this wasn't the one that won that category. It was the last book in this series, but I'm obviously not up to date. So this one was the replacement. One book that was technically in my 19 books that I want to read in 2019, which clearly did not do well with that challenge, but 2001, A Space Odyssey. I've probably put this in a few TBR this year. I've just not had the time to get to it, which shame on me. It's so short. Classic sci-fi. I love classic sci-fi. You can see I have my Masterwork Sci-Fi Masterworks edition. So basically a bunch of classic sci-fi with pretty edition, really. Because I always get questioned about the yellow books in the background. And this is the book that I've yet to read. I haven't seen the movie either, and I just think it's about time that I do it. The next one, I should be ashamed, literally, because I got it in May when it was brand new, and I have still yet to read it. Children of Ruin by Hadrian Tchaikovsky. I loved Children of Time. If you want to read about a hard sci-fi about intelligent spiders versus the humans, you need to read this. It was not what I expected. The ending blew my mind. Really, really enjoyed it. And I think that's why I'm afraid to continue, because I thought it was a standalone, and it does stand on its own really well. But then I learned that there was a second book, which got me excited, but then I'm worried. It is big. It's almost 600 pages. Plus this edition, I think it's just, you could, you know, attack someone with it. But I feel like the reviews have been a little hit and miss, so I'm scared that I'm not going to enjoy it. So that's going to be my excuse. But I'm hoping, once again, I can find some time to read it in November. Next one, look, I have been wanting to read this for a long time. This is PSL of U, which I really, really adored the movie. I probably cried watching this, but it's been a while, and I wanted to read the book and then watch the movie because I believe a second book is coming. I can't remember if it's a second movie or second book. I think it's a second book, which is why I wanted to read the book beforehand. Was it, You would know better. Yes, I've been meaning to read this because, yes, it is a romance book, and I just said it's not really my jam, but once in a while, I'll find one that really touches me and will make me sad. And I feel like if this is as good as the movie, then I will really enjoy it. So I want to read it, watch a movie, and then I will be ready for the next one, which might be out already. I will confirm on the screen because I have no idea right now. So many books to read and still a little time because damn, the end of the year is approaching so fast. November is going to be busy. but I'm excited because December is going to be all of the videos. I shall be posting every 2 days, so let's get prepared for this. It's going to be very hectic, but all my best, worst, most surprising, most disappointing book series videos will be coming up very soon. I'm very excited for them. I hope you are too. Let me know in the comment section if you have read any of the books that I mentioned, what you thought about them. If you have your own list, what books are you hoping to read in November? Are you getting scared of the end of the year? Are you doing well with your challenges? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because you definitely don't want to miss any future videos. And I will be putting some on the screen that I recommend you check out. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.